What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about these switch statements, switch control statements, or switch control structures. I don't know what I want to call them, but yeah, just know that switch is definitely inside. So in the last video, we talked about the if-else control structures. In this one, we're going to be talking about the switch control structures. So how does a switch works? What is a switch? Well, it's just in the name, switch, really. Switch, they mostly use it for creating menu systems, I guess, and they make life a whole lot easier. Let me say, say you are creating a menu system, right, where you have a user input. So let's create my scanner here. Scanner in is equal to new scanner system.in, right? Something like this, right? And then in here, I'm going to create a an int and say, you know what? Let's do it here because I need to system out print and tell the user to actually type something here. Right? Enter a number from 1 to 4, right? From 1 to 4, right? Like so, and then do I input here, right? Make that small letter. I input is equal to in dot next int, right? So there it is. So I'm asking the user to enter an input from 1 to 4, and then I'm collecting the user's input right here. And then now I would like to do some things according to what the user has typed, right? Yeah, so this is where switch comes into play, right? Sorry about that. And then, oops, I forgot to press. So switch, written like this, right? So capital letter S, and then yeah, everything else small letters. So switch. So in here, I need to put what is it that I want to compare. I want to compare I input. Right. So I input goes inside my parenthesis as my argument. Okay. And then what goes inside now my code, right? So in here, this is now where I need to write a couple of things. So what goes in here? So we have to say case, right? So case. So case is very important. Case is a keyword that is used inside the switch statements. So case 1, meaning if the output is 1, right, then I want something to happen here, right? So case 2, so something it should happen if they've typed 2, or if input is 2. Case 3, something should happen if it's 3, and then case 4 like this, right? So this is how your case, your switch works, right? Now I'm just gonna leave some space in here so that we can see that the code inside here actually belongs to case 1. Right? And then I'm just gonna say system out print and line and say you entered 1. You entered 1. You can do a whole lot more than you entered 1. You know, you can do some pretty nice things here. And then you entered 2, right? And then you entered 3. Should be in here, and then something like this. You entered 4, like so, right? Now let's test this, right? Let's just test this out, and you guys will see that there's going to be some weird things going on in here. Program underscore 1. Yes, we are still in program 1. Okay. Yeah, no, sorry about that. So the S is a mistake. It's supposed to be small letter S. Let's try and run this again. Yeah, so that is my mistake. The S is supposed to be a small letter. Apologies about that. Let's go 1. There we go. So enter a number from 1 to 4. So I'm going to enter 1, and I'm going to show you guys the weird thing that I'm talking about. So when I hit enter, as you can see, you entered 1, you entered 2, you entered 3, you entered 4. Right? Why did everything get executed when I only wanted 1? Right? So to show you that everything actually got executed, we're gonna go back and I'm gonna type 4 in here. Right? So when I type 4, we only see you entered 4. Right? So when I say 1, so it starts right here and then it executes everything here. But when I enter 4, it skips everything and goes to 4. So what's going on here? That's because you might have such an error in the future, right? So I just want to show you what to do or how to deal with this error immediately before you even continue, right? So this kind of error happens. This kind of error happens because we forgot to write something in here, right? And that something is called break. Okay. So the moment you add break, then your code does not leak to the next case, right? If you don't have break, then your code is going to leak to the very next case, and you do not want that. Right? So add breaks. Every time you have a case, just add a break. Okay. Now we're gonna test this again. Just load the changes and run the program. When I enter 1, as you can see, you entered 1, and then it stops right there. So that's what the break does. It stops it from leaking. I like to call it leaking. Yeah. So it stops it from leaking. Okay. Now, what happens now if I don't enter any of those numbers? What if I enter 5, right? So it just stops there and it doesn't say anything, right? So what if I wanted to say that, hey, maybe you entered the wrong input, because now this is not a very good user interface. It just stops there and nothing. It leaves the user actually confused. Now I can't just go here and then type case 5, case 6, case 7. It's going to take a whole lot of time, right? So I need one thing that's going to handle all of those cases. If it's not case 1, 2, 3, or 4, then something else should be displayed, right? So that is called the default inside the case. So default system. So that is, if it's not any of these cases that I've defined here, then do this instead, right? So this is like the else statement of the if, right? So I'm gonna say input invalid, right? So if it's not those, then yeah, just tell them this instead, right? Load the changes, and there it is. Now when I write 5 again, now it tells me invalid input. So it doesn't matter what I write, as long as it's a number, because if I don't write a number, I'm gonna get an error right here. So if I don't write 1 to 4, I write my own thing, then the program is going to tell me invalid input or input invalid. Yes. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how we use the switch statement, and yeah, good luck, guys.